set to return here in 2 weeks for Super Bowl 56. We are underway in L.A. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Duke Johnson.
Well, from an offensive perspective,
this is that one league game.
Only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip
this ain't the Legends right here.
They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's
now the pressure comes and he goes down.
Fuck?
Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It wasn't a breakdown in protection.
Oh,
The
hell
running
no.
back not pick him up. What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense.
Yeah, they got sacked already. It's 3rd and 21. It's streaming.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the return will stop right around the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Murray. Completes it to Hardman. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Yeah, I thought these was the Legend League, man. This is something else.
But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll run for the first time here.
Oh, hell no, man.
Take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started.
Man, that's that bullshit right there. We had penetrated every fucking thing, man.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Where's my receivers on here?
And this is incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Hardman on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
7-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the shotgun, Breida. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Niners 7, Bears nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to look that one in. One-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Dude, Johnson.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Man, we can't do shit on these niggas, man. These niggas all winning. Selling Levi's and shit.
Now back to throw.
Oh, shit, man.
Intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Breida on the
there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there. And they'll set him up 1st and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Man, we can't do shit.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead
These
of
niggas can't even get
boxing analogy.
No gain that time on the completion.
Man, they can't even get away.
Catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Carlos Dunlap coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Breida on a toss left. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. He's got his tight end fan. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Wow,
Good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
The tackle made by KJ Wright.
He's taken down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now. That one complete.
What the fuck?
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
This nigga catch the ball and run the other way, man.
Much tougher 3rd down looming. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Man.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Throw the ball nowhere. Near my guy, man.
And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3
That nigga threw it nowhere near my dude, man.
They're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless.
Oh, they playing good. I ain't gonna lie, they playing good.
Some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
Number 20.
I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We can't even tackle these niggas.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
Oh.
Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Every play I pick,
Well, you just kind of feel for him
every
right now.
every throw been a pick.
You can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Murray going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh
Why was
set
that
of
silly,
downs.
though?
Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Quinton Dunbar on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
You can't even catch him, man. You can't even catch this nigga,
Down
man.
here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. This is the tight end fan. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Murray now to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Back at the 39-yard line.
Second and 13. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Oh, with a juke. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 52 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Murray to air it out again. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing again, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
What you hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Murray. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Murray. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 30. Bears nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. It's hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long.
Shit, it's over, man. 36 to nothing.
There again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they try to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense.
Man, we can't do shit, man. My team ain't nothing compared to these boys, man.
And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory.
Now I got to get rid of everybody, man. My whole offense ain't nothing, man.
He'll get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Nah, this ain't that league, man.
Just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And it made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away.
Some rookie nigga, I don't know, man. He weak in the bitch. My whole boat. This team, I ain't get to pick this team, though. I was gone. The computer draft this team for me right here. These niggas ain't nothing, man.
Great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the
These
return,
motherfuckers ain't nothing right here, man.
It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Chark. And even 90 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
We just got the snot beat out of us.
It's been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the 49er hands team does its job. They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside
We just got the
kick.
snot beat out of us.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right? That you've worked on into a game situation, and now you
my whole offense suspect, man. I can't rush through the nigga line or nothing, man. My whole team ain't nothing, man.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
24-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Yeah, after all, man, I would.
And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
Yeah, I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. Give credit to KJ.
Hell no, that ain't looking good, man.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself